Ooh, man. Got red bottoms on. Life is good. You know what I mean?
Welcome to the Nah I Mean Show. It's your favorite host, No Face Rel,
and shoot the artist. Nah, I mean,
and welcome back, people. We missed y'all daily
listen. We missed the hell out of y'all. I know y'all missed us like a best friend miss her dog or something, But we back right now.
for sure. And look at the space that we are in, people. It's definitely been a transition since the last time y'all seen us on the Nah I Mean Show. So shoot the artist, man. We got a lot of new viewers. Shout out to Proctors.
That's a fact. Shout out to Proctor. Shout out to Open Stage Media.
So we got some new viewers out there. So just give them a little insight of, where you come from, where this started. Shoot the artist.
Well, listen, shoot the artist is something that did not happen overnight. It took a very long journey. And let me tell you about this journey. It started back in 2017. I was 21. I was kind of lost. I didn't know really how to do the things I wanted to do. Since a teen, I always wanted to have my own business, invest in the stock market, but I didn't have the resources available to me. And I didn't have those people around me in my community, in my environment. So I took the initiative to go learn. I brought my first share of stock.
There you go.
Also, I decided to try to do business with a childhood friend, and the business didn't go as planned. So I decided to use that energy to apply it to myself. I'm like, if I could do this with somebody else, why can't do it for myself? So, I went and got me a little sewing machine and embroidery machine. Went and got my DBA, put the name on it. For you guys that don't know what a DBA is, it's kind of like the step below a LLC.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's basically just registering your name. So if you just have a name, but you don't really know what you want your business to be about, just get your DBA. And
Facts.
fast forward, I started my clothing line, Shoot Your Shot. It's also a lifestyle brand. It's about getting out your comfort zone, trying something new and growing from the experience, whether it's good or bad. And then I picked up painting in 2021. I'm an abstract artist. So put it together, that's Shoot the Artist.
Dope. Yeah.
So how about you, No Face? Let the people know where did No Face come from? Where who is No Face?
So No Face, I want to say back in 2017, it all started out. I was helping out my bro Chaz Money, shot him out, and he's an artist out here, and pretty much I was his social media manager, and I took initiative to just find different connections for him, network with different people, and just get his name out there as much as I can.
Okay.
Then to translate over, me and a couple of other the bros out of the do ENT, we started a Broken TV podcast.
Okay.
In doing so, everybody wanted to be in front of the camera. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play the back role and make sure that podcast moves and we find different connections and really make a career out of this. And fast forward now, all the way to 2021, I wound up making the No Face Radio my own podcast.
Okay, there we go, making moves.
So the first time I was able to get on the microphone and for my season one, and then flash forward to 2022, I wanted to transition and make something different out of it, and I wound up bringing you on the show, Shoot the Artist.
That's a fact.
And we turned it to the Nah I Mean Show.
Nah, I mean.
And here we are now, and we're making madness right now. It's season 3. Tune in, people.
Yeah, tune in. Season 3, we got some new topics for you. We got some new segments for you. We switched it up. So once we get later into the episode, you're gonna be like, oh, they switched that to this, they switched that to that. So be in tune.
Yeah, so get comfortable. Make sure you go grab yourself a snack, a drink or so. We gonna be here for a while. So just the new home we at, Proctor's Theater. There's so much history here.
There's so much history, starting way back in 1926. It opened up
that's
from F. Proctor. He opened it up.
Yeah, shout him out to that for opening up a wonderful establishment. But I'm gonna give you a little couple fun facts about Proctor if y'all didn't know. So back in 1993, one of our favorite artists of all time, Mariah Carey, she had a Thanksgiving special filmed here.
Word, that's lit.
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, so it's definitely some history here when it comes down to some highlights that went down inside of these walls. And back in between the 1960s and 70s, you know, the building started to fall between disrepair. And then we had a couple situations where they was going to have the whole thing demolished
Oh man,
and knocked down. But we had some activists that came and played a role and made sure that didn't happen. And they wound up doing so, forming the arts of, you know, the arts district of Schenectady. And it's a whole thing that they have as well. And that just helped keep the whole thing alive. Some more to going back into Proctor's. In 2007, they finished a $25 million expansion. And with that renovation,
okay,
So with
25 mil.
yeah, so with that renovation, you know, they brought 2 more theaters in, and you know, they just renovate the whole building. So we are in a wonderful area. We are really grateful for this situation, and we're gonna display it for the fans out there. And also back in 2009 with Proctor's, they won the most outstanding historic theater award.
Okay, facts.
So shout out to Proctor's with the work that they're doing in the community and all around, you know. But we're gonna be giving out some honorable mentions, you know, since it is Black History Month.
That's a fact.
And just want to point out to some significant pioneers, you know. For me, I have a pioneer in media when it comes down to African American. And my good brother, his name is James E. West, and he was invented the 4U electric microphone. And this was back in 1962 with German scientist and inventor Gerhard Seltzer. And the tiny device offered a cheaper, smaller, and more convenient alternative. It's now the most used microphone to date in laptops, mobile phones, and tape recorders.
Okay, so basically we using his technology right now
Yeah.
to talk about him.
Yeah, so-
Wow, that's lit.
So give a warm welcome, you know, congratulations, I should say,
You know, round of applause. Facts.
to James E. West.
You know, and going into my pioneer in Black History Month, his name is Frederick Douglass Patterson. You know, a lot of you guys may know him. A lot of y'all may not know him, but he's one of the first African Americans to start making and manufacturing automobiles. You know, he was born in 1871 in Greenfield, Ohio. You know, his father, Charles Rich Patterson, created the Pattersons and Sons Company back in 1850. You know, but back then it was more of horse carriages, so they specialized in making luxury horse carriages. When Charles Rich Patterson passed away, his son, F.D. Patterson, he inherited the company, you know. So in 1915, he started making his first automobile model, which was called the Patterson Greenfield, you know. So
Okay.
from 1915 to 1920, they sold over 150 vehicles, you know. So they was doing their thing out there, you know. Shout out to Frederick Douglass Patterson. A lot of young brothers out there and sisters that's in the automobile industry, y'all should look into his work, you know, see what you could salvage from it and implement in today's world.
Cool. Since we are, you know, giving out shout outs to, you know, pioneers, let's fall back on to more to the community, you know, where we at, and give some recognition to what's going on around us.
That's a fact.
So I'm looking at the city of Schenectady. That's where we at. And the mission of Schenectady runs in different closets throughout the city. And one of them is actually called the Unique Boutique.
Okay.
And with that, they offer free clothes to classmates from grade to age pretty much kindergarten all the way up to third grade. And all of these clothes in there is free. And looking at how harsh it is with this winter time,
Yeah,
you can go get them coats all the way down to pajama pants, and stuff like that. So we definitely want to give a shout out to the city mission of Schenectady.
yeah, definitely. Get your layers, especially for them kids. Listen, it's so cold today. They canceled school in Albany County. So if you got some kids, it's some parents that's not as good. It's kids out there that's freezing. So it's better that they stay home today.
Yeah, definitely.
And for me, my honorable community mentions that's going on in the capital region. We got some construction projects going on. We got the first one is the Greyhound bus station on Hamilton Street in downtown Albany. There's a $82 million proposal on the table to turn that into a giant transit center, so all the buses, cabs, whatever, just gonna all report there, go there. But my question is, for the people who drive regularly in the capital region, how much money are they using to fix the roads for this transit? Because my thing is, okay, y'all putting $82 million for the vehicles. How much is the fix the road budget? Because y'all bringing out all these vehicles, but the roads are still messed up. So now you're gonna have to pay extra money on the damages to y'all vehicles. That's already depreciating. Y'all, but I don't know. It's not my problem, but I hope they fix that. Also, they got that big ugly building downtown. I don't even know what it's called, but it's called Big Ugly.
Warehouse.
Yeah, the Big Ugly Warehouse. They try and turn that into a rooftop bar with residential spaces in it.
That sounds pretty costly to me. I feel like they're gonna have they're gonna have to have a huge budget, and there's a lot of things wrong with that building. All the way down to asbestos and just the framework of the building. So, but I'll definitely like to see the building to go in that direction, though.
Yeah, at least they're doing something with it instead of it just letting it continue to be an eyesore on the community. When people are coming to the capital region, Albany, and its landmarks, the first thing we see, they see Big Ugly. Yeah. Nobody wants to see that no more. It's a blight on the city.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Some more news up in Albany, though. They recently just opened up the Black Chamber of Commerce, and that has opened doors in Albany. And the chamber CEO, Deshauna Wiggins, vision for this space is for entrepreneurs to level up their business and make people attend, for networking, and they also have a social club as well where you could go there and talk over food and be able to come up with different ideas. So we definitely want to give a shout out to the Black Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, facts, yeah.
That's cool. So we looking at some positive topics that we want to go in, and we see something recently that just opened up, and it's called the Photographiska Museum. And with that, they have a hip-hop exhibit, and this is 50 years in the making.
Okay, 50 years in the making, that's fire.
And with this, they're displaying 2 floors of different photos of all the hip-hop pioneers, all the way up to some of the trendsetters today.
Okay.
Along with that, they got over 50 photographers. So a lot of people is getting able to get their brand and their name out there. So you could go check that out. I think Park Avenue in New York City. So go check that out at the art exhibit. We got some more topics for you guys as well.
Yeah, these topics, they might be positive, they might be negative, depending on which side of the coin you want, So everybody's, I won't say everybody, but most people's beloved streaming company, Netflix, they're talking about implementing a new password sharing policy.
No, God, please, no.
After March, So for those of you who don't know the specifics of this, basically, when you go on Netflix, you got the family plan, three accounts, 5 accounts, XYZ is just one price, right? Now with this new password sharing policy, each account that's on the account is a sub account that you got to pay extra bread for. So you got your main account you paying $12, $15 for. Then you got four or five other main sub accounts, now you paying the extra $10 per extra account. So each person that was using that account, they gotta pay some bread now. Either they send it to you, they send it to Netflix, somebody gotta get paid. So for those of you out there that's using somebody else's password, your days is numbered. I'm included. I'm still using my ex from 2020 Netflix password. I'm still using it.
X?
Yeah. And that's when Netflix came out with that, they was targeting those types of people. And I'm like, why? I feel attacked. I feel targeted. Come on, Netflix. I've been Netflix free for years, enjoying everything that come out. Now you telling me I can't do it? I gotta pay?
Bruh.
We got 60 days.
Harsh reality.
Continuing on the topic of companies trying to save money, we got Walmart. Walmart is talking about they possibly might close. I don't believe them, but this is the reason why. Because last year they had an annual loss of $3.5 billion. Why? Because of theft. Not because damaged goods, not because food went bad, not because stuff got lost in the transportation and distribution process. No, because people are taking the goods out of the stores nationwide.
Ah, man. But you know what's so critical about that? The self-checkout. The self-checkout is one of the things that, less cashiers, when you go in Walmart and, you got about one or two cashiers overlooking 10 cash registers and thousands of people are going in and out.
That's a fact.
And you got people and looking at the prices, people are hungry, and people are going to find ways to get what they want to eat. And with that self-checkout, it makes it a lot easier for the consumer to do so. So,
yeah, on a mass level.
So maybe they want to hire some more cashiers and, get people to actually pay attention and see what's going on,
That's a fact. I suggest Walmart, if you watch this, if you ever watch this, I think you should take the money that you're investing into the robots in the self-automated systems and pay more people on the payroll, pay more security people, pay more people to actually check the list of groceries. Because you know what? It's some people that are really particular about their job. OCD people will make sure that everything that's on this receipt is in that basket. And if it's one or two things missing, they're going to go crazy. You need those people to protect your assets in your business. They care. True. They want their money. If they'll treat the business like they treat their house, organized. They want people stealing. But y'all want to invest in robots. Robots don't have the empathy and sympathy to care like that. Robots will be like, stop. What y'all gonna do? Invest in killer robots? Come on, Walmart. I don't know what's up with y'all. But yeah.
Yeah, so we got some more topics about these companies. So if y'all don't know the streetwear brand, Bape, so they've been out since 93 and it was founded in Japan, I believe. And they put out a lot of different clothes and different sneakers. And one particular sneaker is the Bapester.
The Bapester?
Yeah.
Wait, that's like the Air Force One Bape thing from long ago?
So, that started out in the early 2000s when it came over to the U.S. And right now we're looking at over 20 years now. We got Nike that's coming in 2023. So they recently sued them, for trademark infringement, on several different pairs of sneakers that are very similar to Nike. So, yeah, we're going to see how that plays out. But my whole thing on it is why it took them so long.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, why wait so long? What's going on, Nike? Y'all supposed to been put them out of business. Are they taking market share or what?
I think maybe Nike was probably thinking it was going to be one of these smaller companies and they probably was going to fade away after a while. And they probably was like, all right, let's see what happens. And, Bape, they was able to establish themselves, and you see them in the hip-hop community. And people
30 years later, here they are still thriving. So Nike, you messed up. You were supposed to put out your potential competitor long ago. Now you got to hit them with a lawsuit that they might be able to pay for.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see how that plays out. My last company, though, to mention, Bed Bath & Beyond. So they're looking like they're closing about 87 more stores.
What?
And that's going to be nationwide. So they already had a list of about 150 being closing. I think that was sometime last year. So looks like they're on their way out with bankruptcy. But my whole thing is there's a bunch of department stores that carry pretty much the same things that Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, it does. Bed Bath & Beyond wants to be like the luxury furniture store, you know?
Yeah.
And people don't really care about that. Just give me something that could do the basic. As long as it's a table, it's a table. The economy we live in is, I'm using this extra money to buy the expensive food.
Yeah. Yeah, let me go get the healthy food that's been going up in inflation, right?
You know? So speaking about the food shortages, you know, about to go into the next segment, you know, as everybody who watched season 2, as you may know, that we had crypto talk, but now it's called economy talk, you know, because crypto is just one corner of the economy, and we want to cover all the corners of the economy. So today on economy talk for the season 3 premiere episode 1,
Let them know.
we talking about the food shortages. We talking about food shortages, y'all. Specifically, we talking about eggs. Listen, I know y'all seen the memes. I know y'all seen the videos, the pictures talking about eggs being crazy expensive. $10 eggs is crazy. $15 eggs is crazy. But listen, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the reasons why eggs are so expensive. One of the reasons why eggs is so expensive is because the regular consumer. Hold on. Because.
Hey, let him fact check this stuff.
Let me fact check real quick. Okay, boom. The first one is because the amount of money it costs to feed these chickens. Some of these farms have millions upon millions of chickens. You feel me? So the amount of money they need to use to buy to feed these chickens is getting expensive. So they're buying less feed to feed less chickens. So with less chickens, that means it's less eggs. With less eggs, this means it's more scarcity. Boom. You feel me? The second part is the regular consumer. This is an impact. You feel me? The impact of eggs being so expensive. Now the regular consumer has to adjust their daily budget or their weekly budget, their monthly food budget just to get eggs. Some consumers is cutting eggs out their diet altogether because it's so expensive. For that same $10, $15, I could go to dollar store and get 5, 10 little food items. For some eggs, it's a dozen eggs. You tell me it's almost $1 for one egg? You know how many times you go to the store, buy some eggs that crack, one of them crack on the way home, and you telling me that's $1 gone? Oh no. Boom. Here's the third point. The third point is from the high demand from restaurants. So boom, we talking about business related. We talking about breakfast related businesses. For example, IHOP, Dunkin' Donuts. You feel me? Earlier today, I had some Dunkin'. I ordered a breakfast sandwich, had egg on it. I'm never an egg person. I don't like egg. I took the egg off. You feel me? But think about it. It's these companies that need this high demand of eggs that's making the price go higher. So you got the farms and the companies that's producing the eggs that's prioritizing these restaurants and food businesses more than the regular consumer. They was like, hold on, This restaurant is giving us 500 million a year just for eggs. That's from Dunkin'. Why would we care about these million consumers and they $10?
Yeah.
When we just got 500 million, that's 10 million from a million consumers paying $10. Why we need that? So boom, that's the third point. The fourth point is, right? It's sad.
Let them know. Break it easy to them.
The fourth point is because of the wretched living conditions that these chickens is living in. You know, they're in these cramped, cooped up cages, cooped up rooms, cooped up warehouses, whatever. It's a million of them stacked upon each other, just like this.
That
stuck.
sounds very unsanitary.
Very unsanitary, and it leads to disease outbreaks. So now you have a whole warehouse, for example, say you got 10 warehouses, 100,000 chickens in each warehouse. A disease outbreak hit 3 of the houses. You down 300,000 chickens because of a disease, because of unsanitary conditions. Come on now, it's nasty. And some of these chickens do get processed into our food. We are eating some of these diseased chickens because some of these companies was like, you know what? We can't suffer the loss of so many dead chickens. Clean them off, do something. But that's also one of the reasons eggs is so high. They can't sell you no diseased chicken. Now, no diseased eggs, you feel me? But they could re-rock the chicken. I don't know. It's crazy in the industry. And the fifth point The fifth point is because, it's more of like a benefit for the companies and the farmers. Some people want to say, oh, it's better for the farmers because they're getting compensated for all the hard work and all the extra money they got to spend just to upkeep the chickens and produce grade A eggs and stuff like that. Other people say is that, you know what, maybe eggs might just become like caviar. It's a luxury item. Only rich people can eat eggs. If eggs gonna be $50 a dozen, $100 a dozen, maybe I need to adjust my budget or my income to eat eggs. I'm like, oh, you eating eggs? Are you fancy, huh? You know how people treat steak? Eggs is about to be the new steak. Steak and eggs is really about to be, top echelon. But that's my economy talk, y'all.
You don't like?
So we think
you
shoot
don't
the
buy.
artist for economy talk.
It's crazy out there.
So we want to shed some light on the legend, Tom Brady.
That's a fact.
23 years, 7 Super Bowl rings,
7?
three-time MVP. Man, he's walking away from the game. He's retiring with his head high. His past playoffs wasn't the best for him, but I don't think that phased his career at all.
That's a fact.
But a shout out to a legend, what he gave to the game, and that dedication, that will at the highest level,
Consistently, consecutively for years,
So now he just wants to spend time with his family. Also going to be an NFL commentator. So
that should be interesting.
So shout out to, we're going to be able to look at from his perspective and hear from his perspective.
Exactly.
On the game now. So shout out to Tom Brady. So we're going to go into one of our favorite segments, people. Our favorite segments. Would you rather?
If you was watching season 2, towards the end of season 2, we started Would You Rather. We bringing it back for season 3, So, No Face, what's your first Would You Rather?
So, on my first Would You Rather, so my whole thing is, would you rather $500,000 in cash or $1 million in crypto, but you could cash it out a year from now?
Okay. Listen. Yeah, I'm pro crypto, so I'm picking that $1 million in crypto with the 1 year term to cash out. Or I can't cash out for a year. Cool. Because guess what? With crypto, the crypto market right now is crazy volatile. So it's not going to be $1 million after that year. It might be less. I might lose 300,000, have 700, or I might be up another $1 million. The way that the crypto is moving. So it's a win-win. First is that 500,000 in cash. Inflation is crazy right now. And if you don't invest it right, the money's getting hit like that. Even if you just put the money in a regular bank account. If inflation is still hitting that money versus the money in the market is moving. It's not lazy. It's working. You feel me? So give me that crypto.
On that one, I'm definitely going to probably go for the cash because, I'm not promised tomorrow, and if I have that cash to do what I gotta do right now, and make whatever moves, when that year comes, by the time you will probably cash out that crypto, I already established myself or on my way to move up further. So I'll take the cash on that.
That's a fact. Like one of my would you rather's, it's on the same terms as money, but it's a either or. So the first one is, would you rather lose your house in the auction to your childhood rival, or would you rather have to go beg your old boss to get your job back to pay your bills? And if you don't, you're gonna be homeless. So what's your ultimatum? What you gonna pick?
I hate to beg, What's the name of that song? I Ain't Too Proud to Beg?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back to my boss because, if I still got my house, I want to maintain that, So if I got to go get that job back to maintain my house, I'm going to do that instead of losing my house to my rival and then be homeless and got to figure out what's next, where I'm going to be living. Going to be living out a 3-star hotel for a little bit,
That's a fact.
Now, what would your take be on that?
Like I'm in the same predicament. I don't like to beg or whatever, but You know, if you got a plan, like my plan, I'll go beg that boss back. I'm like, yo, I'll give you a year. You feel me? No incidences. I'm on time. All of that for a year. You got me. You know, versus, you know, cause your rival got the cash. He willing to outbid you. You don't know how much you got. Your money you got after a while, that's like cutting into family expenses and all that. Like I even plan to try to buy my house back type shit. Like what's going on?
Yeah.
Like you feel me? So I'm gonna have to humble myself and try to get that job back.
True. So on my next would you rather, this might be one of my favorites though, you know. Would you rather be an extra in a Oscar award winning movie, or would you rather be a lead actor in a box office flop?
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go with the extra in the award winning movie, cause guess what? I could be like, yo, you seen? I'm like, yeah, I'm in there. Versus me being the lead, I'm like, yo, you saw so and so? Like, nah. Oh, well, you should watch it. And I was out. They were, oh, okay, that's cool. Versus they watched the movie I was in already. Yeah, I need that. So that's what I'm going with.
I think I'm gonna take the lead actor on that box office flop, because it's gonna be like, hey, this was a box office movie. I worked with this certain director. Watch my next movie. Watch the second movie when I come out.
That's a fact.
It's gonna be a little bit better, and I feel like it will give myself a little bit of opportunity. The fact that one of my first movies was a box office, but it flopped. But
yeah, you could definitely add it to your portfolio,
exactly.
and it might lead to other leads in future movies. You know, you just coming up.
True. So now, as far as
Okay, so I got my next. Would you rather? You know, it's kind of gruesome, but would you rather lose an arm or a leg?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
so in this situation, I don't gotta think too hard. I'm probably gonna get rid of one of my arms instead of one of my legs, because of mobility. You know, like I just feel like losing your legs, you lose a lot from your mind. You know, just your spirit. You know, because you can't just get up and be like, all right, I'm about to go just use the bathroom. Like you gotta think about, all right, how am I about to go use the bathroom? Am I have to get a crutch?
Got maneuver.
Yeah, am I gonna have to ask for help maybe? Like, so I'll definitely give one of my arms before my leg. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. You know, it's nothing like being able to just get up and go. You feel me? Especially like I'm the type of person I don't like to depend on people for little stuff like that. So if I gotta depend on you to get up, that's like my freedom got taken away. First is me having one arm. I could do a lot of stuff with one arm. You feel me? Get up out. I can still protect myself. I can go work out, eat good. You know, and then I could still be an artist. I could be the one arm artist. I'm a profit off it. Then I make enough money, get a robot arm. You know?
That bionic arm, huh?
Yeah, you know. So, you know. Also, we got another segment that's called You Did It to Yourself. No face.
Oh man, you did it to yourself, man.
You know?
So, guy, his name is Usain Bolt.
Damn, Usain.
The fastest man in the world, right?
Fastest.
He wasn't fast enough to get to that bank account, right? So he recently lost, I want to say about 12 to $13 million in an investment account that he had in stocks in Jamaica.
Bruh.
Now, I did my little research on this company, and according to Google, they have about a 1-star rating.
1 star?
Now, if you're
Oh my God.
you're the world's fastest man, I'm pretty sure you're well connected and far as where to put your money. A 1-star rating, and there's some backstory to it as well. There was an associate member that worked at this facility, and she frauded people out of their money.
Sheesh.
And I'm pretty sure Usain, he knew this already. Wouldn't you have taken your money out at that time once you found out?
Yes,
fraud
I
it?
mean, my thing is, if you working with anything over $1 million, you better do your due diligence. You better have a lawyer on standby, have an accountant on standby, looking and seeing where you're putting your money at. So yeah, after that first fraudulent act, if I'm investing my money, that's the first thing I would have saw. Like you did. If you could do your research and find out he could have done more than that.
Yeah. So that's gonna be you did it to yourself.
Yeah, you definitely did it to yourself, you saying. You can't blame nobody, bro. You smart enough. You was running fast enough, but you know, this financial game is crazy.
Yeah, definitely. And I know for season 2, you know, we had the Black Man Vince segment, but we gave more of a spin. You know, it's more deeper than that. You know, it's the full thing.
Facts.
So it's the lifestyle in depth, you know, and we want to give y'all some pointers today on what to do when you feeling lost and you have nowhere to turn to, or you just don't have the right outlook on things.
That's
you
a
know?
fact.
So with number 1, we're going to say acknowledge and accept how you're feeling. And denying your emotions can often do more harm than good. So remind yourself it's okay to feel sad and be disappointed and feel helpless, but don't beat yourself up or have negative language in your thoughts, you know? So you just want to have a good positive outlook, you know, on just everything, but also take account to your actual feelings and things that you're going through, you know? With number 2, you want to take compassionate care of yourself with things like meditation, walking, yoga, or maybe just in that room for self-reflection, you know?
That's a fact.
And remind yourself that although you're feeling your circumstances are out of your control, you still control on how you react to things. So if something happened to you, you got to take that deep breath for a second and learn on what's the next step you're going to do, you know, instead of just reacting, you know, off of impulse. And that's where we
Exactly.
tend to fall more backwards, you know, or dig more of a hole for ourselves. But number 3, keep engaging in activities that make you feel good. Any movements after you're feeling lost will feel like some type of progress. So whatever you're doing, just try to be active and building on that craft and continue to manifest those things.
Yeah, I could testify to that.
So with number 4, we want you to reflect on your values. What matters to you? Not to your relatives, not to your best friend or your significant other. What matters to you? What values matter to you? And take 1 or 2 of those values and go with that. You know, like those are the things that you want to obtain and stuff. You got to really work hard and get to it. And with number 5, attend different events. Maybe like a motivational speaker might be there. Maybe a networking opportunity. Get around people that's like-minded.
Yeah,
like
just
you.
get out there, you know, get out your comfort zone. Start mingling with people, because you staying within that lost zone, that's you comfortable.
Yeah.
You gotta get comfortable to break the cycle, you know. You don't want it to keep repeating. I've been there before. Expounding on point 3, do something. Pick up a craft. I was in a deep, dark depression. I picked up painting and art. And like he said, every painting I did, I felt like I was making progressions at a point where I got out the depression. Then I fell in love with it. Now it's persistence. Now it's consistency. Now I'm going to keep going. Now I'm going to be a world famous artist.
True.
You know?
True. Now, that's the end of our segment. Now, that painting behind you, painting with shoot, man. You got to...
Yeah, you know, so let me show y'all the painting we working with today, you know. Y'all see it? You know, I call this painting, you know, the midnight sun, you know, because as you can see, you know, you got the midnight elements and the sun. You got a little mountain landscape right now, because, you know, if you ever like do your research or watching movies and stuff like that, you notice every time they in the mountains, they always got a weird sky type of scenery. You don't know if it's the nighttime, you don't know if it's morning time, afternoon time, you know. So I just want to make something that expresses that type of feeling. You know?
That's cool.
That's my painting with shoot.
Dope. So, we definitely want to give y'all a nice, good energy with this podcast.
You know, welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back, and we got some dope stuff coming the next episode, so stay tuned.
Yep, stay tuned all season 3. This is the Nah I Mean Show. I'm your host, Shoot the Artist.
No Face Rel.
Nah I Mean.
Nah, I mean.